Jim, may sound like a funny question to start with, but were there any nerves this morning when he woke up about tonight's game against Gloucester?
I think without a doubt, you don't quite know how you're going to turn up. I think pre-season's always good, everybody feels good, lots of fitness, lots of work on the training field, but A, you don't know how you're going to rock up your team, and secondly, you don't quite know what the opposition are going to be like, and particularly with Gloucester, with so many unknowns.
So what do you value first in how the team responded then? The way that they held Gloucester out, or the clinical finishing, or a bit of both?
I think it was just a really effective performance. I think everything we did was clinical, and that includes, just getting out of your own half, getting a good kick chase, your set piece work, some of your defensive work, and then of course your attacking play, your offloads, and some fantastic tries.
Which were the tries for the pick for you?
They all were, to be honest. I think it was 7 out of the 8 were scored by backs, but that's just because our forwards are working hard, they're playing at tempo, they're moving their opposition around the field. So there's some wonderful tries, lots of interlinked play, and a lot of credit to the coaches who have been working hard to create that sort of performance.
There's a lot said. We were talking about pre-season earlier on and building up, and there are a few games through August ahead of the Aviva Premiership season, but when the heat's on, is there any substitute for having a team that's been together for some time?
No, I don't think there is, and I think sometimes you do need some fresh blood, but when things are going well like it did for us last season, then it just gives you something to build on, and we've been building for the last few years really, and John Fisher added to it today. I thought he was really good, and we've got some of the younger players like Will Hooley coming on, and really good for him to get the game time. But generally we've got this really nice settled squad now, and we know what we've got to do, and we're learning lessons from previous years. People
like George North, Luther Burrell are going to get the headlines for the number of tries they scored, but can you really single out any individuals tonight, or was it a proper team performance?
It's a proper team performance. I think a lot of flash stuff from the backs. I think they were really good, and a lot of credit will be going to them because they scored most of the tries. But it's a lot of the graft as well by the forwards, and some of the defensive work. Some of the carries. Big hit from Samu Manoa on maybe 12 trees. I seem to remember some real good team effort. And what's also good is when the subs came on, we kept the tempo of the game up, and we didn't let them back in the game. We didn't concede a try. We played for the full 80 minutes.